I have to say. It's going to be great. And we're stuck in that New England traffic here. Always a BITCH coming to the South Shore on a Friday, but it will be well worth it today as we're going to have some very exciting wrestling taking place. And hey, I made a little wager if I could get, a certain amount of, followers on Twitter that I would, in fact, wear the Nico Silva shirt. And if I got even more than that number, I was actually going to buy new Nico shirts. But at one point, I did see the number reach the first mark. I don't know. Now it seemed to have gone back down. Maybe Nico bought some bots or something. I don't know. But I will honor the wage, and I am wearing my Nico shirt in support of the Top Rope champion, who'll be facing against Flex 2.0 in a tables match. My God, a tables match. Is it getting any more brutal than that? Speaking of brutal, I'm very excited to see Brutal Bob Evans. He's going to be there at Top Rope tonight, amongst many other great Top Rope talent. You're going to see, I think, Waves and Curls is up in there. Whole bunch of people. It's going to be a good time. I haven't been to Top Rope show since last year, I want to say. The first one back, I think, in Brockton. And so it's been a while. It's definitely been a while. I'm going to see some friends out here. Check out some of things. And meanwhile, also happening tonight, though, you're going to have Chaotic Wrestling coming back actually to my other hometown, Watertown, Massachusetts. And that's going to be a great show, too. I'm not really too sure about that card so much, as they've been having a bunch of shows really back to back to back. I do know Becker's abroad, killing it, and JT Dunn in the unit will be in the house. Love Doug, unfortunately, still injured. Hopefully he recovers soon. He's the one guy in the indie scene I actually miss. This too. I miss Paul there from the other tag team, Connor. He got injured earlier last year, and it's gonna be a good night. This traffic isn't gonna be such a good time though, as you can see. It's pretty bumper to bumper now. Not really getting anywhere too fast. Luckily, we got plenty of time. But yeah, so we got pro wrestling tonight, like I said, Top Rope back in Brockton. We also gonna have Chaotic Wrestling back in Watertown, show to show. Maine's coming up soon too. Limitless back at it. They keep throwing these banger matches in. And unfortunately for everybody, I feel bad because it's going against Ring of Honor's return to Lowell, Massachusetts. And that's going to be a pretty big show. There's going to be a lot of headline names. Samoa Joe, the Briscoes versus FTR for the second time. Whole bunch of other people that we just don't get to see out this way. But I am going to actually be giving that up and going to my original plan of Limitless. Crunch Time, I believe it's called. I do need to see the conclusion to the Channing Thomas and Mac Daniels saga and the prestigious saga and all that's been going on. It's something here at the VSW we followed since the beginning. Since John Albert emerged and kind of took over that role of, being an upstanding role model for those three gentlemen, BRG, who tonight is facing Ryan Waters, by the way. That's going to be a great matchup, H2O versus him. And also, speaking of great matches, you're going to see BRG versus Teddy Goods in NCW tomorrow night in Bristol, Rhode Island. That's another show coming up. They're back. I think it's a red, white, and bruised show. So that's another show to beat with if you're in the area tomorrow night, NCW in Bristol. I've yet to gone to a Bristol show. I've been, to Dedham, but not to Bristol. I might have to check it out if I'm still out this way in the south. But yeah, so you're gonna have, like I said, I've been following that one since BRG, Channing Thomas, and Mac Daniels, and he kind of took over everybody, turned them into that trios. They had a great little feud with Davey. They wanted to make Davey great again, and a few other things, and then they kind of turned. And now, we saw at the end, Channing Thomas getting a little retribution back at Mac Daniels. Going to be a good time. It's going to be a good match. I'm really looking forward to it. Also, Marshall Slamwich back in action. JD Drake back in action. They're going to be starting to talk about VLC 2022. It's going to be just a great time at Limitless, as it always is. I can't really wait. It's one of my favorite promotions out there today. Beyond's another one. Great show last night. If you watched it, no spoilers, but on IWTV you can check it out. Wrestling Open. And all the greatness that takes place on there. And speaking of greatness, got to give it up for Brother Greatness. Gotta love it. But yeah, that's all I got here for you folks right now. Maybe we'll do a little bit later, more in-depth talk of the matches tonight. I really can't check out the card and drive in this traffic at the same time. But yeah. If you're, depending on where you are, maybe I'll see you tonight. Have yourself a great afternoon, folks. Versace Stoner, out.